trusted. You want the world for your own. You want maximum profit. You lost perspective. I won't give you direction. You're always restless. Want me to fix your problem. You can't be trusted. You want the world for your own. I'm your maximum profit. Honey, don't take me for granted. 'Cause I don't recognize you anymore. Once sweet and caring, now cold and calculated. You can't be trusted. You want the world for your own. You want maximum profit. I can't afford to stay, so get out of my way. Smoking down the track, I never looking back. You can't be with me anymore. You can't be with me. Once I will let you in, but now I let you go. I can't afford to stay, so get out of my way. Smoking down the track and never looking back. You can't be with me anymore. You can't be.
The Big Voice, KWTN, 100.9 FM. Radio station of the Winnebago Tribe.
KWTN 100.9 FM. Welcome to Winnebago Talks, folks. Apologize for the delay here. We did have some events that took place this weekend. Friday, I know that was a great event for Little Priest Tribal College, and congratulations on 25 years. Great turnout and stuff. What do you think about that one, DJ Bethany?
I thought it was real nice as well.
Yeah. Did you get a t-shirt?
I didn't know. I was just sitting there. Okay, so a couple things. A chair broke on me when I was live. I was trying to sit down and get positioned, and I seen 3 screws on the ground, and it didn't click till I was about to get up, and it was right when I was about to get up, because I was like, oh shoot, there's only probably 1 screw on this chair, and then right when I got up, it just dropped.
Whoa.
So there was people behind us too, but anyways, after that, then there was also bees around, so I'm allergic to bees, so I was just kind of fighting for my life a little bit, but
yeah,
I really enjoyed it though. It was nice. It was nice to see everybody smiling and doing the round dance as well, and a lot of good words were said too.
For sure. Well, we appreciate everybody that attended that Little Priest Tribal College event, 25 years, and they had a lot of great announcements. If you have an opportunity, they did do a YouTube Live. Mm-hmm. If you go to the Little Priest Tribal College page and stuff, you can see some of those announcements. President, he had a whole slew of announcements and talking about, the grants that are coming up, the buildings that they broke ground on and everything. But congratulations to them, and thank you to all the students, alumni, as well as the faculty, the staff, administration, board of directors. Everybody had a hand in that.
Yes.
So today we have a Tuesday, and we have some people that are going to be joining us here that are going to be talking about a few different things, and so we'll invite them on. I know that we have the CAO, Linnell Blackhawk, is going to be talking about some of the things. We have an upcoming election, and then we also have Brittany Thomas and Isaac Smith that's going to be talking about some water things, and we also have some shows that are going to be taking place. No sporting events this week, right? As far as live streams and stuff?
There is no live streams, but there is, actually it was a home game yesterday, huh?
It was junior high?
Junior high?
Yeah.
So, but as far as live streams, there is no live streams until next week.
Varsity. Okay.
Yep.
All right. And then how did the tournament go on Saturday?
I thought it went really well. My commentary was Trina Solomon Carnes and Willie Bass.
Cool.
And then we had Billy there with me helping with camera operating, but it was nice, and we actually got out there earlier than anticipated. So.
Yeah. Did they win it? Did Winnebago win it?
So Omaha Nation got first place. I believe Winnebago got second place. Walt Hill got third place, and Santee was fourth.
Cool. Awesome. Asante has a real cool bus. Did you see it? I seen it like Friday night that had big warriors. I think they stayed at Stony Creek and stuff because went downtown and then here I seen the bus and I was like, what are they in town for? Nonetheless, they had to get up early because
it was 9 a.m.
9 a.m. Yes, for sure. So a lot of back-to-back events. We also had the Winnebago in the News issue come on out. And if you guys didn't pick up a copy, you're more than welcome to come up here to the radio station. We have plenty of copies left. And we also have some kiosks, or what are they called, newsstands throughout the Winnebago lands here. But front page headlines: Youth Crisis Intervention Center and Youth Shelter. They did a remodel, and so they had a kind of like a grand opening. They went over there. Read all about that. Winnebago WIC. Do you know what WIC stands for? That's gonna be. That should be one of our.
I think you asked us that before. No.
Women, Infant, and Children program hosts a breastfeeding awareness walk that took place last week, and some pictures and some good things about that. So for sure. And I'm not gonna show you the ad there, but Winnebago, as always, has the ad. So make sure you utilize that. Okay. All right. Let's invite our first guest on up here, and that's gonna be. You want to go now first? Okay. All right. I don't know who wanted to wait around or anything like that, but come on up here anywhere you want to sit. This is the CAO, and we appreciate her coming back. She's been on before, Winnebago Talks, and Chief Administration Officer for the Winnebago Tribe. And Lanao, how long have you been the Chief Administration?
I came on board in March of 2019, I believe. So about 2.5 years, almost
Awesome.
3.
And then from there, you were previous the Winnebago Court Administrator.
Oh, 2020. I came on board in 2020. Yes. So
Right,
for about a year, I was down at the court.
Okay. Awesome. So there was some questions regarding elections and things like that. And when is elections? We have it marked on our calendar. I think it's October 3rd. It's a Tuesday.
Regular election is going to be held this year on October 3rd, which is a Tuesday. I have a few dates here.
Okay.
If you want me to run through those.
Yeah, if you would.
So some upcoming, we get a lot of questions, and I know Communications does as well. A few upcoming deadlines. September 22nd, which is next Friday, is the deadline for absentee ballot requests.
Oh, okay.
And if you have requests, you are able to contact the tribal office. And then on September 26th, the following Tuesday, all of those absentee ballots will be mailed out.
Okay.
Or when you put your request in, if you would like to pick those up or have somebody pick those up for you, those can be picked up as well that week.
Okay.
So, but any questions on anything, just call the tribal office and we'll be more than happy to help.
Okay, so just go down there to the administration. You have Tyresha.
Yes.
You have Tammy at the front desk.
Yep.
And anybody that needs to get an absentee ballot. Thank you for that information.
Yeah, we've gotten a lot of questions this week, so we wanted to make sure we informed everybody appropriately. And then, of course, those absentee ballots are bring those the day of election. They can be accepted until the polls close that day, which is 8 p.m.
Okay. All right. So more dates. What else do you have?
Those are actually, we are approaching regular elections, so we are a couple weeks away. Those are the last deadlines that are coming up, and then October 3rd is regular election.
Okay. All right. I have some kind of just general questions, if you kind of indulge me and stuff. One of the ones question was, will it ruin a ballot if you go in there and just cast your vote for one candidate?
No, it will not. So you can vote up to 3.
Okay.
You can vote for 1 if you want. Keep in mind, the regular election does allow write-ins.
Okay.
So you are able to write in somebody, but it's only up to 3.
Okay. So let's say there's 2 on the ballot, and then I write that other person, and I can't add a write-in, so vote up to 4, right?
No.
Okay.
Then it would be spoiled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then your ballot would be spoiled.
Yeah.
Okay. So talking about maybe spoiled ballots and stuff, what is conducive of like a spoiled ballot and stuff?
There are clear directions when you go up to the polls and you go vote.
Yeah.
I mean, they give you directions. The election board's really good at explaining how to vote. Obviously, the most common one is if you vote for too many people, that causes a spoiled ballot. Some of the other, I'm trying to remember what the ballots look like. Another one would be, the markings. If you mark it wrong, the machine will kick it back out. So, those are the two most common, I guess, causes for a spoiled ballot that I can remember.
I have one. What if I need to check if I'm eligible? Maybe I just moved here 3 months ago or whatever. Where does that person go to check? Is it on the website, right?
The eligible voters list?
Yeah.
So that does get finalized about before summertime. That list does get finalized. So that is actually available on the website.
Okay.
It is posted throughout the community. And it is also available the day of election. So if you have any questions, say election day comes up and you want to go down there and vote, they will have a list there that'll tell you if you're eligible or not.
Cool. Awesome. Is there anything else that I need to know if maybe first time voter or something like that? Is there anything that I need to bring or...
I guess if you are a first-time voter or just not unsure of, what to do, I would highly recommend somebody bring their tribal ID or just some kind of identification, and go down to the polls. They do have a voters list there.
Yeah.
To double check if you're eligible to vote or not. And if somebody doesn't know you or you're a first-time voter or you're not familiar, with anybody, bring your ID just in case. It's always helpful to have it on hand.
Okay.
So.
I don't know if you know this answer, but this is kind of indulge me. It's my squirrel moment here. Let's say there's a tie for that third seat. Okay. Will everything halt? I know there's going to be a runoff process and stuff, but will they swear in the two and then wait, or is it, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to jinx this election or anything, like knock on wood and stuff. But if you notice, the primaries for that last seat, there was one vote. You know what I mean? There was a one vote difference.
Top six.
Yeah, the top six.
Yeah, the 6 and 7. Yep.
And so I was like, whoa, what happens for that third seat if there's, 86 votes and 86 votes for that third seat? Will there be... There's going to be a runoff, right?
There would be, yes. And that is all outlined. The steps to address that are all outlined in the election code.
Okay.
So if we come to a situation like that, which I hope not,
Yeah.
we would really count on our legal counsel to step in. But those procedures and steps are outlined in our election code.
Okay. And then so the 3 seats for 3 years to serve at the tribal council. Election's going to be October 3rd. Mm-hmm. Polls open at 8 a.m. They close at 8 p.m. down at the Blackhawks Community Center gym. And you would probably just use that, north-facing entrance to come in?
It's always the north door. Yep. North entrance.
And then any questions, Bethany?
Not that I can think of. I think you guys covered everything.
Yeah.
I have one more question, or I guess information to share, because
Sure.
this is a question that gets asked quite a bit as well, is the how to get on the eligible voters list.
Oh, that's a good one.
We had a few people who moved back to Winnebago this past year, and they were inquiring. So in order to get on the eligible voters list, so every year around the beginning of May, we do post a draft eligible voters list. So between May and June, it's kind of the open period to get on that eligible voters list. What I would do is, if you would like to get on the eligible voters list for next year, I would contact the tribal office now or in the coming months. And there is a form. Obviously, there's paperwork that needs to be submitted, just confirming that you do live here on the reservation. So there is a process for that. So I would contact the tribal office now in order to be on next year's eligible voters list.
Awesome. We have a question here, and we appreciate everybody that messages us on Facebook as well as the YouTube channel. And the question is, who are the candidates? Who are the top 6? And so, in probably no particular order, I know that Liz Bear is one of them.
She is one, yes.
Teresa Little George.
Little George.
And then we have the incumbents, Lorelei Decora, Victoria Kitchian, Brian Chamberlain, and then we also have skipping my mind here.
Eugene.
Yes, Eugene Decorah.
Eugene
Yep.
is 6. Yep.
So those are the 6 candidates for this year's election. And then I know that there's some candidates out there that are going to go into write-in.
Yes, I've seen
process.
a few. Yep.
Yeah. So if you feel the need to write them in, just make sure you do that on October 3rd. Then we have what they call a reorganization swearing-in ceremony that's going to take place on Wednesday.
Correct.
And that's for anybody to come on down. I think it's going to be in the Blackhawk Center or in the chambers, either or, but we'll live stream that.
Yes, so the swearing in, the details and location have not been finalized yet, but the swearing in is scheduled for the following day, which is the 4th. And I do believe their reorganization meeting may happen on that Friday, the 6th.
Okay. So as far as like electing a chairperson, vice chair and all that stuff, does that take place on the Friday? Or would that
without having my schedule in front of me?
I apologize. Yeah.
I would we will let the public know when we finalize those dates.
And we'll help get that out as communications.
Yeah, for sure the swearing in is happening that Wednesday.
Okay.
It typically happens in the chambers, but we have also had it in the Blackhawk Center.
Yeah.
So all of those are being finalized yet, so we will get the word out as soon as we know.
I heard the pandemic, COVID is kind of on the rise too, you know what I mean? So it's like, just making sure everybody stays safe out there and everything from that. But we'll get those announcements out. And Linnell, we appreciate you coming on up and giving us those important details here for this year's election. And good luck to all the candidates. Thank you for all your help. I know that a lot of people get the day off, but you and the crew will probably
still work.
Be there from about 7 a.m. and be the last ones out. You guys will probably wrap up about 10ish or something like that, so
it's around there.
Yeah. And then we appreciate those that have been asked to kind of serve as the election board. Yes. And that's just a random draw, right?
It is. So we do a random draw. We start that early in the year. We select out of the tribal members who live on reservation. So based on, it comes from our enrollment list, and we do a random draw of about 20 people. And, thankfully we had some people accept this year, and it's gone smoothly, and, thank them for taking time out of their daily lives to do this, because it takes time.
Right.
But we're thankful they're able to serve and want to help. Help our elections.
Yeah. My father was vice chairman when he was serving, and then he journeyed on and stuff. But like every candidate that steps up to the plate and puts their name in the hat, there's I appreciate each and every one of them for what they stand for. Not one of them is going to get up and say, hey, how can I, go to the dark side or something like that. It's more like they want to help the people. They want to help the tribal membership, and so they give years and dedication, and there's a lot of stress that is involved and stuff. So thank you to the current council members from administration all the way down, and also to all the candidates that want to serve their people and stuff. That's a honorable, valuable thing that we want to make mention to each and every one of them. So thank you, Linnell.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right.
So I did see that there is a event taking place, and so, actually, there was an event lined up to take place tomorrow, the 20th, and so I wanted to just kind of make mention of it and take the moment to send our condolences out to the mourners, as our W.I.N office manager and family wanted to send the prayers out to them.
Yeah.
So we had the harvest celebration, which was going to take place tomorrow, has been postponed. And so, again, prayers to all of the mourners as well. There was another relative that journeyed on too. Yeah. So just wanted to send the condolences out to both of the families, but and also make mention that there's a postponement for the harvest celebration and green corn dance, and we'll keep everybody informed when we get that new date.
Thank you for the update, folks. So those that were going to be traveling here for the harvest celebration, just know, I think next week is homecoming week for the Winnebago Public School. I kind of asked Whole Chunk Renaissance. They haven't announced the to-be determined date yet, but it looks like it might be in 2 weeks. So I think that's going to be right after maybe the swearing in ceremony. They'll take place on that. So it's going to be, just so that everybody knows, postpone. And as you know, that's one of the things that we hold values and stuff, is that we make sure that we put away those things and take care of the relatives, the few moments they have here on this life, and then put them back to Mother Earth and stuff. So we appreciate that. We are going to change the subject here, and we have Brittany Thomas as well as Isaac Smith, council member, and they have a petition that's going to be going around here, and it's regarding the water system that we have as the Winnebago Village. And so I'll just kind of turn it over to you two and kind of give us some of the background and some of the information on what's going to be taking place. We're going to ask the Winnebago people, the community members, the people in the village to help out. And so anytime you're ready, you guys can, you're on the air, take it away. Oh.
So, hello, I'd like to let all of you know, kind of come on the air today. Going to be taking a petition around for the water and sewer for the tribe. And what the petition is basically about is directing the village board of trustees to take action and transferring the ownership over to the tribe. The reason for that is because the tribe can also provide more repairs, more funding. And there's about an $8 million project that's on hold because of the confusion, or the however we want to label it and call it today, but because of the misunderstandings and disagreements. We did try to work with the village board for numerous times of trying to get them to meet with the council and go back and forth, and they've actually had a couple meetings where they didn't go the way that there wasn't nothing good that came out of it, I guess, other than just discussion back and forth, but they couldn't reach an agreement. And so today the tribe has put in $18 million into the water and sewer system up to this point now. And so one of the things on the petition is what we're trying to do is we're trying to be able to make sure that people understand what's taken place, and then how we can make it a little bit better far as if the tribe was in the ownership of it. Right now, the current ownership is under the village, and we would like to try to bring that back over to the tribe. Way back there, the thought behind that of the tribe owning the water and sewer was they wanted to be able to have that taken care of. So at the time there was some board members that sat on the village board of trustees, and they said that they would help out the tribe with the billing. And so as time went on, it was working out all right, and if the village got funding to improve it, they would make improvements. If the tribe got funding to improve it, they would improve it. And as time went on, disagreements started to take place and misunderstandings started to take place. And so moving forward, we're kind of at a standstill today, and that's one of the things that we got to try to get past. And not only that, but when it comes to our water, I really kind of have a hard time of saying too much about it, just because of the simple fact that I don't want to get into it with my own people over water. There's some teaching stories and stuff that we have an understanding by of what that water really means to us. Yeah. And so to go against your own people is kind of it's fragile. You have to watch really how you're doing it and stuff. And so, but if we're able to get the ownership and get these petitions signed, how the petition works is that you have to be able to live within the village boundaries. Okay. And then what we're shooting for is, probably a little bit over 100 signatures. You know, the more the merrier, ultimately. But we will be doing. I do have a petition, and I also seek some help from Brittany, and she's got some people that are going to be helping out. She can probably comment on them here in a little bit, and how we're going to be setting up what we're going to be doing. But if you want to sign this petition, all we ask that you're on the eligible voters list and that you live in the village boundaries. And then so,
quick question here. You being the council, you guys just can't waive your, make a resolution and then take it over and stuff. This has to be done by a specific petition and leave it up to the people in Winnebago, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the petition, where can we sign? Where can we find more information about it?
As far as I know, there are community events that will be taking place here within the next couple of weeks. Mm-hmm. I have about 4 people with us, Geraldine Bear, Jay Payer, and Cherish Mallory, as well as myself, we will be going to community events, just letting them know about what's going on with this petition, and if they would like to sign it, we give them their little thing that we have to read them, and it's just one of those things where like they're on there. And
so on the petition, they decide if they want to be for it or be against it, right? Or if they don't want part of this petition and they want it to stay with the village, they just don't sign it, right?
Yeah, they don't sign it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that information and stuff. So who currently owns the water and sewer system now?
So it's currently owned by and owned and operated by the village board, the village. And how that works, to get farther into the details of it, is that the village owns the water and sewer within the village boundaries. Now, outside of those village boundaries, the tribe owns them. A few years back, they had a project that went on, what was called a master meter project, and that project was one of the things where the tribe was trying to make it a little bit more efficient for the membership and the customers to have a rate. And a lot of times, what we're hearing is what we get is people's water bills continue to fluctuate. And sometimes we've had where people have gone on vacation and they come back and their water bill is an outrageous number, and they're like, how could that be? Nobody was in the home, and the dog's bowl is still full of water, so those kind of things. And I don't know how all the what all's going on with the village and stuff, but I know they did try to have a master meter project put in place to where instead of going around to each individual home, they could drive by on block by block and they could read it wirelessly. So the tribe has that same system and has the same capabilities of being able to do that. There's still a little bit of things that we're working on of getting those details worked out of the senior citizens rates versus the younger people's rates, and so, because a lot of times some of the stuff is the elders on fixed incomes, and a lot of them are retired and they're still real knowledgeable, and they enjoy getting up in the morning, making a cup of coffee and showering and washing up and all the things that we utilize the water for. And so to try to make it a little bit easier on them is something that is real good to be able to try to do. And so one of the things that we're going to try to be able to do is land this project, and we have access to IHS funds, and they've already approved and said that they'll come in and help us with some big projects, around $8 million project, to increase the quality of water here. And one of the things that you hear a lot of the membership is they have a general question: is the water safe to drink here? And so it is safe to drink. We've tracked down what it is, why you get a sulfur smell sometimes out of the water system. We've gone into numerous meetings and kind of learned along the way, those that weren't real keen on how the water system works here. And so we've learned that, and we've also started to send people to different trainings. And the tribe has the funding in order to be able to sustain this and to make it more efficient for the membership and the community members that live within the boundaries of the reservation. So that's kind of the big push, is to be able to do that. And one of the things that the tribe was looking at doing was being able to put some more filters on the system, so to say. They're called different things, but I don't want to get that far into it. But basically, they're filters. They've even talked and discussed about like a reverse osmosis system. What does that look like? What's the feasibility of that? And is that work for Winnebago? And so we've learned as we've gone along what will work for here. And we feel pretty confident. We do have the staffing, and we do have the funding to pay the staffing and to also pay people for the training. And so some of these positions are being advertised right now through the HR department for the Winnebago tribe. And so and they're decent pay. They really are. And so some things to learn about.
I was always told that try to find a job that we're always going to be in need of. So we're always going to be in need of water, and definitely help out the community, help out the tribe, and If you're interested in that, WinnebagoTribe.com is our website, and you just type in employment and look for some of those jobs. So here's kind of a final question for you folks here. Those people that you approach have their, and you don't have to sign it. We're not endorsing or saying anything like that. You can form your own opinion. But why should they sign the petition?
Because ultimately it'll help the tribe be able to have a cleaner water here. If we're able to have the ownership of it, we can provide these cleaner water, and we also can make sure that your bill doesn't go from 100 to 500 because you want to water your lawn.
Right.
So that's one of the main things, is that we want to be able to make sure that the billing process itself is adequate to what the usage is.
Okay.
There's a formula that they've had used in the past, and it was 10,000 gallons had a certain rate, and then anything over that 10,000 gallons was additional gallon by gallon usage. And that's kind of one of the things, and that seemed to work out for some people, and that was all right until some of these people started to get real outrageous water bills.
Yeah.
And some of the homes and some of the things that we visited with was they would come home and they would receive a shutoff notice.
Oh, wow.
And they would say that they're in the rearages of $500, $600, and they're like, how could that be? I'm the only person that lives in the home.
Right, right.
And,
what the heck?
And so those kind of things, and it could have all been just a miscalculation or something like that somewhere in the system. But when you continue to have the consistency in the misbilling, it really raises a red flag of what is going on.
Yeah.
And so I know that they're in the process up there of reestablishing members at the board, and they've kind of, sounds like they've had somewhat of a turnover up there. And I don't want to speak badly of any of that, because all those people that are up there are most likely tribal members.
Right.
So that's some of the stuff that kind of looking at is that's one of the benefits, is most likely you'll get a decent rate, and those things that we're working out is basically to improve it. So if you want a better water quality, sign the petition. Asking you to sign it. You're not trying to force anybody to do anything. If you have questions, write them down. We'll get you answers.
When is the deadline? When do we have to kind of? I know that people are probably like, hey, I want to go sign it, but they'll probably forget it. You know what I mean? So if they don't attend one of these community events, I'm thinking like my mom, you know what I mean? She resides here and everything, but she doesn't attend a lot of the community events. Are you guys going to go door to door, or what's the deadline?
We plan on going door to door, but it's just one of those things where we don't know if people might take it lightly or in the wrong way. So majority of the time we'll do community events. But like I said, door to door is our last resort.
Okay.
Just putting it out there that we will be going door to door eventually, just after these community events.
Okay, so hopefully you guys have dog mace. No, I'm just
No, we're kind of scared of dogs.
Yeah, but and then what's the deadline, and when do you want this?
The deadline for us internally is October 6th, but I believe there was one that was probably in November, so we'd like to reach our goal before October 6th.
Okay, October 6th is around the corner.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I don't want to say that. Honestly, I'll probably just say before Halloween.
Before Halloween.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get this thing out there for the people. And like I said, we at the Big Voice, you have your own opinion. You don't have to sign it or anything like that. But take a look at the information, because everybody needs water. You know what I mean? And if you think this is going to benefit you and your family in the long term, as far as health reasons and financial reasons and stuff, then you have the opportunity to sign the petition. Bethany, you have any questions?
No, I don't have any questions.
All right. Well, good job, guys. Appreciate you bringing up that information and that issue and the petition out to the people and stuff. And we'll be on the lookout for some of those things. Go ahead, Isaac.
So one other thing too is I have the petition, and it's down in my office. You can get a hold of me, and I'll bring it over to you if you're interested in signing it. Again, you have to be on the eligible voters list and also live within the village boundaries.
Okay.
And so these guys will be also taking the petition around, but I have a 1-2, so.
And a lot of people know how to get a hold of you, so.
Yeah.
Because your phone's always busy.
Yeah, especially on payday. So,
there you go. All right. Well, thanks, Isaac, Councilman, and then also Brittany, who is our Assistant Director for Planning and Development, doing a good job. So appreciate you guys.
All right.
Come on
Thank
up
you.
here.
Keep up the good work.
All right, DJ, guaranteed.
Yeah. What do we got?
So for the week we have our programming. I wanted to make mention that next week is actually the last Monday of the month. So we'll have a new episode from Morningstar Counseling and Society of Care called Indigenous Voice. So that'll be airing next Monday at noon in place of the Big Hour. So
Okay.
the Big Hour will return on Wednesday.
Cool. Yeah, MCBKC did a Big Hour, and I tuned in, and he was playing some good jams.
He always does.
Yeah, for sure. So appreciate if you have an opportunity, big songs, big hits on the Big Hour. It's only 1 hour, so make sure you check it on out and stuff. But yeah. All right. We like to invite in these two gentlemen to come in and talk about, they have a whole slew of events that are going to be taking place coming up here. And go ahead and introduce yourself, give us your official title, and take it away.
I'm Daryl LaPointe Jr. Everybody knows me as JR. I'm the director of the Winnebago Youth Crisis Intervention Center and Youth Shelter.
You've been in that position for a good, what?
Almost 9 years now.
9 years.
Nice.
Wow, that is awesome, man. And you're a graduate of University of Nebraska, is that correct? Or no?
No.
Okay, all right. And then, so experienced director over there for many, many years. And you just had made the front page of our Winnebago in the News. You guys just recently had a remodel, right?
Yeah, I saw that. Wasn't expecting it, but yeah, we just completed the renovation of the youth shelter. So it was dated.
Yeah.
We'll put it that way. But the tribal administration, tribal council allowed us and gave us a budget from the ARPA funds as well as the Ho Chunk Way donation. So we combined those funding sources to be able to renovate the youth shelter. The YCIC was a new remodel almost 9 years ago, but the youth shelter definitely needed some updates, and we need to make that space a little safer for our children that are involved in child welfare. So that was a big push for what we wanted to do. I took over the shelter in 2020, right before the pandemic hit, and those are some of the things that we needed to address.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, tribal council, tribal admin, and Ho Chunk Way really came in clutch for us to be able to give us a budget to fix that place up. It looks nice. Bathrooms, kitchen, food prep area, all the rooms and floors, and a bigger basement, kind of a multi-purpose area so kids can get up, move around.
Yeah.
But also we use it for training. We use it for all kinds of things now. So
Good.
it's really nice. We appreciate it. We had some previous staff that worked at the youth shelter who came in to view it and brought them to tears because it's so much nicer than it was, and really investing in our youth and trying to give them a good place to stay in that unfortunate period in their lives, and their families going through some things. So yeah, we want to be able to show them they're valued, and they get to see that every day they wake up, and it's nice. We really appreciate all the support that we got in that project.
I remember when the youth shelter opened. Was it 96, 97? Do you remember, Cooney Dave? But I know I was still in high school, and they had like a grand opening for that youth shelter and everything. Before, they used to send the kids off to like across the border there in Omaha Nation down there, and then out to juvie and stuff. You know what I mean? I think there was a place in Iowa, Kearney, stuff like that. So it's good that we are able to keep them here, for as the youth shelter and some of those things that, you know what I mean. Good job. Keep up the good work on that one and stuff. So, and then I know, Kuda Dave, you're the wake and burial director.
Yeah.
And then you kind of came back and start helping out with the youth shelter and YCIC, and you're still helping out.
I help out here and there whenever times like this. We got this started like a year ago. We started our first mental health and wellness powwow, and everything went pretty good, and JR kicked around the idea about doing a round dance, and so this year we're able to do that, just another form of style of singing and songs, and just to keep that healing
Yeah.
promoted.
Yeah.
And then we wanted to do it here in Winnebago. Like some people don't get to travel very far, or even, as young people, we get to go all over the place thinking it's real easy to go to the casino, but it's not that way for everyone in our village here.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad that we're able to do this here in town, and look forward to it. So hopefully everyone gets to make it out. I know we're kind of going through hard times right now, so like God bless the mourners, that kind of stuff like that. Thoughts and prayers out to you.
Yeah.
But we're really trying to promote good health and wellness through things that were left here, and those kinds of things for our people, and awareness to other things that our youth could kind of stay away from, to better themselves and give everyone a place to be Friday night, and especially coming off this week and what we're dealing with here, and kind of change that spirit, brighten it up a little bit, going into these fall and winter months like that, and look forward to maybe hopefully our elders get to make it out and hear some of the singing. We got some really awesome singers coming to town.
We definitely need something like this, and then I know that the round dance, some of the celebrities, I guess I would call them celebrity singers, are making their way here to Winnebago. And anywhere I go, powwow country, or kind of visit, I was on San Francisco one time, and I told them I was from Winnebago, Nebraska, and a person came to our powwow, and they're talking about, they were treated well, they were fed, they were just they want to come back. And so when we invite guests and singers to bless us with their talents and stuff, we always do a good job of that. And to me, I know music is huge in my life. You know what I mean? Like from my upbringing with my dad singing the blues, and also kind of around that big drum and everything like that, is it's, how do you say it? It's good for the mental health. You know what I mean? And if you want to dance, you're more than welcome to come out there and dance. Come as you are. You don't have to have regalia or anything like that. But the ladies, they like to wear their ribbon skirts. Guys like to wear the long sleeve button-up shirts and stuff. You know what I mean? That's kind of how tradition used to be and stuff. But the green corn, I would imagine, used to go for a long time. You know what I mean? It used to go for days. Yeah. And we kind of do a shortened version and stuff. But you think back in those days, we didn't have social media. We didn't have, probably transportation. A lot of these places. So if you can, I know it's hard in 2023, but bring the young ones down and listen to some good music, and then also bring the elders down, because they were probably going to be in for a treat. You know what I mean? And just the general, there's no admission or anything like that. It's just you come on down, hear probably some of the speakers from YCIC, and maybe some of your staff can get up in between sets. Usually they do 4 sets?
Yeah,
or 4 songs, excuse me.
4 songs a set.
4 songs a set, and then the stick man will go around and decide who's the next singer is going to be, and in between that we can kind of share some stories and kind of tell the good folks about some things and stuff. So appreciate you having that idea, JR, and Kuna Dave, for presenting that to JR and bringing that to the people and stuff. There's stories about the round dance. I know it's really prevalent up there in Canada area, North Dakota, especially in the winter times and stuff. There's stories behind that, and I'm always looking forward to learning. And who do we got? We got Harvey Drever.
Yeah, Harvey. He came down here a couple times, and he really enjoyed it when we did it across the river at the casino, and he got to share with me his teaching about the round dance. So I really liked that, and I was glad he was able to make it back down again this year. And then we have another top-notch singer, Hokie Claremont, from The Boys. Right. And then he's enrolled in our sister tribe, the Ho-Chunk Nation. And then we have Matt Scabby Rope from Black Lodge. Wow. He's going to be here, so looking forward to that. And Wayne Silas Jr., he sings with the tribe. And,
I want to say he's almost Grammy nominated or NAMI nominated, one of them, Native American Music Awards. I know he has some awards because he came out with the Round Dance CD. I want to say back in maybe 2010 or something like that. But award-winning singer, Wayne Silas.
Yeah, and then we have the twins from Meskwaki, from Bad Nation.
Oh, okay.
Coming down. Yeah,
Zephyr Boys?
Yep, the Zephyr Boys. Yeah, that'll be good. And then we have Mr. Niall Sheridan from the Omaha people holding it down for us Southern guys.
Yeah.
He's going to come up. We had tried to get another singer in, but some things fell through. You ain't able to make it. We're competing with that Cali, the end of the Cali circuit. So that's where everyone's at. So we're grateful. Some of the guys counted it all up and called it quits already and came back this way. So we'll get it done.
Have you done that circuit?
Yeah, I did it a couple of times.
Just making your way down the coast and then up the coast or whatever and stuff. The Cali circuit.
It's pretty wild.
And then like Black Hills is the one that kind of ends it out, right? Everybody kind of heads back this way.
Black Hills, and then
Hunting Moon.
Hunting Moon brings them back this way, and of course we can't forget about Last Bear Moon. That power was getting it, man.
Yeah,
we packed the house over there.
Yeah, we'll have to start getting planning on that one and stuff. JR, is there anything else that you want to make mention? Yeah, mention Saturday. What's going to take place Saturday?
So we're kicking it off Friday night. Wanted to start with the round dance, just getting everybody warmed up. We're doing 6 p.m. to 10. We had to move our location out of respect for the mourners and things like that. So we're trying to have it at the Winnebago Public Schools. Okay. Was trying to get the main gym, but yeah, they didn't quite work out that way. So I think we're going to be in a practice gym. We're still, literally, I was on the phone before we hopped on. You're like, okay, where are we going to do this at? Okay. We got some stuff going on. But yeah, the school's going to accommodate us. So we're very appreciative to them. So that'll be Friday night. And then Saturday morning, we're actually starting off the mental health and wellness powwow from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. We're going to have, it's a families who have to work through their family members or relatives working through suicide and suicide ideation. Mm-hmm. So it's actually a training for the families on how to better cope, some education, because we're really focused on that. Mm-hmm. We want our relatives to be healthy, feel good about themselves. And so that's what's starting us off on Saturday. We got 1 o'clock grand entry. We're gonna have a dinner break at 5 to 7. We're gonna provide a meal out of Winnevegas, and then try and wrap up them around 9. I think last year we didn't get done until about 10 or 11, but yeah, it's kind of how it goes. I mean, it's all good. Mm-hmm. We have all of our head man dancers and invited drums, host drums, and it's last year was a really good event. We had kind of a healing ceremony. We have our Eagle staffs that we're allowing relatives to tie a ribbon on there and dance in the arena for their lost loved ones, or even if they're struggling. Yeah, it's overall mental health and wellness, because that's a lot. It's not just suicide and suicide ideation. We have substance abuse issues that might lead into that. We're the youth shelter, YCIC youth shelter. We primarily focus on youth. But once we start working with youth, we see that, all right, that we have to try and heal this family. Mm-hmm. So we see these events as promoting that overall family wellness and healing that needs to happen, because we have to deal with, try and work through, I shouldn't say deal with, but we try and work with our families through their different types of traumas, historical trauma, some incident type trauma. But yeah, so that's what we're promoting. We want to continue to do the second annual. Hopefully we can continue to do this. We've gotten a ton of collaboration. Cool. So Omaha Nation's collaborating with us. Santee Sioux Nation is collaborating with us. Even the Ponca tribe. We're all working together to make sure this happens. Mm-hmm. So whether it's sponsorship and then all the different programs in Winnebago, sponsoring this event. So we're kind of being the point people on this, but it really is a collaborative effort from the community, because it is a community issue. Yeah. And so utilizing the community and having everybody come together to be able to pitch in even a little bit. We got some people that are just, hey, I can help. No monetary, but we need all the help we can get when we run a powwow. So mic runners and all kinds of different things going on. So yeah, we're really excited. It's a bit stressful. Last year was the first time I was ever involved in anything to do with running a powwow. Lucky I got this guy right here. He's the one that makes sure it happens. So we're very appreciative of Kuna Dave. Donna Wolf, got to give her a shout out too. She works her tail off. Just like a lot of our staff up there. But yeah, it's not one person. We're a team. We got a lot of people working on this project. So
Cool,
it's
man.
awesome.
Looking forward to it. I mean, it's a good powwow.
Yep.
You know what I mean? September. I like those, a lot of the times traditional powwows, they call them. Some of the contest powwows and stuff, they're just kind of like, oh, man, you get all tense and stuff. But September, you know what I mean? Kind of wind down from the powwow season and come on out, enjoy some good music. Come Friday, invitation to the Santee relatives, the Omaha Nation relatives, Ponca relatives, those in Sioux City, come on down and make sure that you attend. Poster will be out this afternoon, guys, and we'll get that together.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in the four directions want to see a flyer, and I think some of the guys just want to be on there. You can't say enough about Harvey Drever, but just to have your name with his on there, some of those guys look for those kinds of things and put them away. I got to sing with Harvey Drever, and you young guys out there, sing on that hand drum. Come on out and sing a song with him.
Yep,
it's going to be a real good time. Hopefully everyone gets around.
Yeah.
Pass the word.
All right. Any questions?
So I think I asked it to Donna. I'm just gonna kind of throw it out since we got Daryl here right now. What about a live stream? You guys live streaming the powwow at all?
I would love to. We have yet to be able to do that. How do we make that happen? I'll put the question back on you. How do we make that happen? Would love to. I think it would be awesome, especially for the relatives that don't get to make it out there.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
for the round dance and for powwow.
My thought with it when we initially talked about it was because a lot of good words will probably be said, and the music is healing in itself. So I just think it would be really good to have it documented too.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I'm on board. So. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, we'll announce those details if they formulate and stuff, you know what I mean? But, yeah, thank you guys for coming on in, man. Some round dance. Harvey Drever's going to be in the house, man.
Bring your recorders.
Yeah,
Bring
for sure,
recorders.
man. Everybody has a recorder on their phone right now nowadays and stuff, man. So let's do it. Let's do it, guys. Congratulations and best of luck to you. I know that probably Saturday night you guys are probably just be like, whoa. And be glad that it's done. And I'm looking forward to seeing some families, smiles, sharing some memories, hearing some good music, and seeing some good dancing, guys.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having us on.
My ears.
Do we have Billy?
Yeah, Bill's gonna make a special announcement.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's see. What do we got, Billy?
He's heading for the hills.
Is sunshine out there?
Yeah, she is.
Okay.
I think MCBKC is out there as well.
Okay. Yeah. Just kind of to recap some of the things in the Winnebago on the news. Little Priest Tribal College had an archery event. I think there's going to be another archery event too. I just got a text, and one of our health administrators is going to be on October 5th. Health educators, I should say, on October 5th. Mark your calendar. It's called Together We Rise, and it's going to be the Breast Cancer Awareness Month Walk, and that's going to be on October 5th, 2023, 10 a.m. I'll post this here right after the show, and it'll be posted on the Winnebago Tribe's Facebook page as well as the Big Voice. I want to thank the Winnebago Health Education Department, and they're going to start at the 12 Clans Unity Hospital parking lot. So wanted to make that announcement, and we have none other than the director of the Angel Decor Museum, Sunshine Thomas Bear. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you? It seems like I haven't been up here forever.
Last week we
You
had
cut your hair off.
Oh my goodness.
It really has been that long.
I know it has. It has been a long time. It gets busy for us in the summer.
Where you
for
been?
Dippos. Yeah, a lot of places trying to get repatriations going, and it's pretty busy for us right now, especially with the when that ProPublica what was that ProPublica article came out.
Mm-hmm.
It shone some bad light on a lot of huge museums, so now they're trying to backtrack and trying to do these repatriations. So
I seen that.
yeah.
I seen that and
Yeah.
stuff. And if you guys have any questions about that, maybe there's the artifacts or something, maybe relatives, or man, it's just bad. You know what I mean? Like bones of some of our ancestors still on display. Like,
Yeah.
whoa, you know what I mean? Come on now.
and items of cultural patrimony and just a lot of things going on right now. So, but that's my THPO duties and NAGPRA duties, and the museum's doing good.
Yeah.
Back to school for everybody, and a lot of tours happening. Yeah, it's just a really fast-paced time for us right up there. So
All right.
thankful to Ben for stepping in for me while I've been out.
Yeah. He came up and did some things, and he also posted in the Winnebago on the News some of the kind of research he did about some of the, how do you say it? Are they called norms or whole chunk rules kind of thing?
Yeah.
You're talking about, treat your children well, live your life so it's not a joke. Men do not abuse your partner. My daughter, do not hit your relatives at any time. My son, do not become a gambler. My daughter, never get lazy. Just kind of some of those things and stuff. And I know you guys did some
those are
research.
interesting. I was just actually reading about that as well. We kind of have, that's part of our kind of our spirituality is, having these I don't know, morals or whatever that we live by and are passed on to our family members and whatnot. So, that's one of the things that we're doing up there.
All right. So this day in history, or maybe this month in history?
So we were getting ready with the green corn dance happening tomorrow,
yeah.
but our prayers go out to the mourners and everything going on in our community, and so I don't think that date has been set yet, but that's what we were getting ready for. So we were just going to share some information on it. Let's see. The green corn dance, or Wahiki Woshka, was and is an important part of the Ho-Chunk calendar. It's hard to explain all the meaning behind the green corn dance. Corn is a traditional Ho-Chunk food and is very important to our people, but not just the Ho-Chunk people. Tribes all over have this dance as well, and corn is very, sacred to our people.
Yes, and even in the Southwest, those tribes down there, they use the corn pollen, kind of almost like they use it for prayers and everything.
Yeah,
I don't know the history about that and stuff, but I always kind of wondered about that. Like, hey, do you have some corn pollen? I was like, what do you need? The kind of like how we use sage and stuff, So I'd like to learn more about their history.
Yeah, I
on
should
that.
look into that. Yeah, I know that a lot of different things that we read up there, and Ben even has in here, that it was kind of a renewal for the tribe as well. Even like bad feelings were put away. Things were let go, and we're moving on to a new beginning type of thing with that.
And then there's like the Three Sisters story. Have you heard that one? With the corn, the bean, and the squash?
Yeah. Where they're planted together.
Yeah.
And
how cool is that, man?
Yeah. Our people were scientists and all this stuff. They just knew all these things.
For sure.
Because they're amazing. So.
Yeah, definitely.
So, everything. So the green corn dance is like thanking everything. I always heard is from the smallest creature to the largest, and the earth and everything.
The singers even have one for the grasshopper.
Yeah. So everything we need to survive is here for us, but we have to work for that. Or they did anyways. We're trying to revitalize that now with, our corn, and we just did that. Was that last week or the week before? But nowadays, so you can go to the store and get everything you need, but that wasn't always like that for our people,
right.
And,
right.
anywhere. We had to grow our food, we had a plan for the winter, and we had a plan for even the medicines that we had and ceremonies and having enough for everybody, because our people always make enough for everybody.
Yeah.
That's kind of the green corn dance was even shown to the people at Stand Rock Indian Ceremonial Grounds in Wisconsin. Have you guys ever heard of that?
I actually went there. That's in Wisconsin Dells.
I haven't been there.
Yeah. It's really cool. I mean, it used to be a show, and we went there for a powwow or something like that, and my mom, my dad, and my brothers, we went there, and that was really cool.
Yeah, so that was shown, and I've seen old pictures of it happening there. I don't remember the year, but everybody was kind of like dressed in their finest. You know, they were showing, I don't know, I guess it was kind of like not really a performance, but kind of a very diluted, you know, smaller version of the green corn dance, because this dance used to go on for days.
Yeah.
And so after that happened, they kind of start moving to autumn with the green corn dance. But I have heard stories that it happened in the springtime. So, you know, but that's just some little history on the green corn dance.
Yeah.
And if anybody has any other information to share on the green corn dance or history on it, please let us know.
Iona Maney, she has, I don't know, me and my brother kind of did some research on the green corn dance and stuff, and we had an opportunity to talk to her about it. And she, I know that she's your Gaga?
Gaga.
Yeah, she has kind of like some of the history and too. So I'm glad that she shared that knowledge. But she's a good one to kind of talk to about it and kind of learn some of the history. And I always remember her saying this, like when she has witnessed it a few times, whether it be at Winnebago Powwow or up there at Black River, you dance in rows, just like the corn.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And there's the male and there's the female.
And you're moving like the corn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she said, don't cross, because just like the rows of corn, you don't cross. And then not to go way out there. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times the girls will go way the heck out there and stuff like that. It's supposed to be. And then there's a video I want to say that my brother got, and it's from the 50s or the 60s when they used to do it. And the head man dancer and the head lady dancer would just, there were like the stabilizers, you know what I mean? And they would move a little bit and stuff like that, but it wasn't exaggerated. So I always remember her telling me that, you know, there's a reason for that. And, you know, some of the kids, they want to go way the heck out there and stuff, but just kind of dance in a nice fine row. And the time that we did it, I did it with my son last year at the harvest celebration, and it was pretty humid that night. And I remember, man, just looking around and woo, man,
everybody's sweating.
Yeah, you get into it, you know, the drum's nice and going and everything, and you dance as hard as you can dance, and then they kind of change the direction of the song and stuff, you know. But it's a good time.
I know.
You know, it's a good time.
Yep. Blue is actually my all-time partner for the green corn dance.
Yeah. And you know, it's just like I said, back then we didn't have social media, we didn't have all that stuff. This was like one of the main events that we used to have, and you know, they're trying to strengthen that. You know, we didn't lose it or anything like that. We were trying to strengthen and revitalize, kind of making those good feelings, and that's what makes us as the Winnebago tribe unique. And so when that green corn dance is rescheduled, make sure you have plans to come on out. And they said the honorarium for all dancers and stuff that are in regalia when that takes place and stuff.
Well,
so
I hope Blue's ready and listening. I'll be looking for him. Don't be trying to hide from me.
Right. Good one. Any questions or comments about the green corn?
Did they do it this year at the powwow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did?
Yep. They did. It was kind of looked kind of hot out there.
Yeah. I mean, I felt bad for the head lady dancer and head band dancer, but they did it.
They did it.
Yeah.
No, all 4 days, like it was hot this year. So I was just feeling for them all 4 days.
It was like that one grand entry, you know, EMT over here, EMT over there. And it's just like, oh man. And one of the elders came up to me and they said, you guys need to stop talking about it, because me and Tony were the MCs and stuff, because if you talk about it, then people are going to think about it. You know, just tell them it's a beautiful day and stuff. So I appreciate that elder. And they're like, they're probably right, mind over matter on some of the things, but you have to do your part too. You make sure you drink water and all this and that, you know what I mean? Because there was some people that went down, and thank you to the Winnebago Public Health Department. That station was busy.
I know. I was like all over the place. Like, yeah, it was a busy time for just to make sure everybody was out of the way, you know, trying to help as being part of the powwow committee. And
Crazy.
Yeah, it was busy. But I think that people also forget, like, soda isn't water. Like, you know, you need to hydrate yourself.
Right.
You know, the awesome lemonade they have out there isn't water. You need to be drinking water.
Yeah, that's what the arena director John Snowball. He came up and he said he got kind of a text from the CHR mentioning that people are drinking water, but you also need to replenish the salt and so Gatorade and kind of some of those sugars and stuff like that need to. What is it? Pickle juice? They said. I never got a cramp and tried pickle juice and stuff. Does it work?
I thankfully have not had to try that.
The last cramp I got, I think it was in the middle of the night, and they talk about being hit by a baseball bat or kind of like it balls up. Oh my goodness, man! No matter if you're in a deep sleep and stuff, man, you're jumping out of bed, like literally jumping out of bed trying to get that cramp rubbed out, man. It's nuts,
Wow.
But
yeah, I'm glad I don't have to.
So replenish your body before you go to sleep. You know what I mean?
Or stretch.
For sure. Okay, all right. So the answer is Tyler is out on funeral leave. Our prayers with the Decora family, and I know that's part of her family as well and stuff. So she's not here today. Are we gonna postpone or?
Yeah, we can postpone. I wasn't planning on staying. I have to get going.
Okay. All right. So the last announcements. Anything that you want to make mention before we get off the air?
Yeah, there was a couple things here that I seen that I wanted to plug in real quick. Let me see here. So tomorrow, this will most likely still proceed, right? This child's passenger safety technician.
Oh, become a child passenger safety technician. Yeah, I would imagine. Oh, and then also the folks down at the Blackhawk Community Center, the offices, which include finance department, administration, IT, credit, and the procurement office will be teleworking. So that means that they'll be working from home. They're available via email and on their phones and stuff. If you call in, I'm sure you'll get somebody, but we're going to try to limit the foot traffic out of respect of the mourners down there at the Blackhawk Center. Of course, the mail is still going to be open if you need to check your mail and stuff like that, but the foot traffic that goes into the gymnasium area, usually they have their funerals and the wakes take place in there. So just kind of an FYI, if you try to go down to talk to one of the council members or need to see finance and stuff, they'll be teleworking, and meaning that they'll be making sure that they check their emails, and if you need to get a hold of their emails, it's on the WinnebagoTribe.com website.
The programming for this week real quick. So we have tomorrow the Big Boy Sports Talk Show, Coach Q. We have the Big Hour, which I think it's Sharon Tate. Hold on, I gotta look real quick. But we also have.
I'm gonna do when it's my next Big Hour. I didn't know it was my Big Hour and stuff like that, but this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the songs and their samples. Because my son, heard a song and he's like, man, this is a good beat and stuff like that. And I was like, that's an Earth, Wind, and Fire song.
Yeah.
And I was like, have you listened to the Earth, Wind, and Fire song? He's like, no. So, you know what I mean? Like, all these songs are...
Yeah, like, me and George was doing that not too long ago. It was like, I think that Regulator song. That beat comes from... Anyways,
it's like a kind of a pop artist. I don't want to say George Michael, but yeah, I know who you're talking about. That Regulator song.
Yeah.
And then Stevie Wonder did the Paradise, and then Coolio did Gangster's Paradise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm just like, wow. So that's what I want to do on my Big Hour. Kind of like almost like I want you guys to listen and be like, hey, who sang or remade this song? You know what I mean? So that's.
Or whose beat did they use?
Yeah. Shaka Khan and Kanye West. The one. That's pretty good too. The Wire. Yeah. Go ahead.
Just hear that voice. So you are tomorrow.
All right. So I guess I'm on tomorrow.
Well, we have the Big Hour over the noon hour. We have the Sports Talk Show. Then All Requests Live. Shout out to DJ Guaranteed for subbing in for me last week.
Yeah, it was cool.
And so we'll have All Requests Live tomorrow or Thursday, 11 a.m.
We didn't do the top 5 though. I couldn't do the counts.
Someone asked me about that, so we'll get into that on Thursday.
It's a close race.
Close race it is. And then Res Ride with MCBKC. We have Friday, the Big Hour, and I keep forgetting. It's new programming, so I'll get it into the repetitive routine. But we have Weekend Jammers with DJ Huge today at 5 o'clock p.m.
Okay. Awesome.
all I got for you guys.
Righty. Cool. Well, thank you folks for joining us. Make sure Friday, round dance. Saturday, there's going to be a powwow at one of Vegas. Put those on your calendars, folks. And postponement for the harvest celebrations, which was supposed to take place this Wednesday, probably going to be 2 weeks' time. So
I want to give a shout out real quick to my son Jesse.
Yeah.
It is his birthday coming up.
wow.
Yeah,
Happy birthday.
he's my baby son.
Yeah.
He's very little.
September is a good time to have a birthday. The best time to have a birthday is in September, I would say.
Happy
You're
belated
still-
birthday
you're
to
still
this one over
celebrating.
here.
It's
I know.
that's my birthday month. All right, thanks, folks.